Will the Niners ever find a punt returner? Now, this new guy that they drafted, that they signed to their practice squad, Isaiah Zuber, has some punt return experience, but I don't know if that's why he's here. I don't know. He might be. What do you think? What is the plan here?
I don't think. I think. I think the plan is to just put anybody back there and have them fair catch it. That's probably what they're gonna do. They're gonna go with the Trent Taylor plan,
Yes, I
um,
think so too.
which I don't think is a great plan. I think I'm not sure what like Ambry Thomas can't do it. Like if you're not going to use him on defense, why can't he? Why
Well,
can't he do
Isaiah
that?
Zuber returned 11 punts in college. So, I mean, he's right there. He's a weapon.
Oh,
Why won't they let Brandon Ayuk do it, man? I mean, he's hurt. There's that. But I feel like maybe not every time, but if it actually matters, like say in a situation where the offense is backed up and they're punting from their own end zone, and you feel like you could get a good return, wouldn't you want Ayuk to have that one? I'm just saying,
yeah.
here and there.
I
Why would
think
you want to fair catch that?
you wouldn't.
You would.
It's an important phase of the game. Like I get it. You don't want a guy back there that's going to drop the ball either. But why do you want a fair catch every time?
Now, I was
it's kind
talking with Josh Dubow out here who writes for AP, and he was bringing up a really interesting point. Let me run it by you. He was saying like that all special teams is overrated, and teams should use way less special teams. Saying like, look, the negatives that could happen on a punt return are way outweigh the potential of getting those 20 yards or that touchdown, because what could happen? The fumble's catastrophic. That loses the game for you potentially, and the holding penalty often offsets the game. So you're really not getting much. You're better off just fair catching every single time, not getting any holding penalties or fumbles, and you're better off pretty much going for it on fourth down most of the time, not kicking field goals as much, just not using special teams as much. What do you think?
yeah. I was just gonna say that sounds like one of those crazy like, oh, you got to go for it fourth down every time, and
Not every time, just more.
right,
Yeah.
it'll the numbers will play out. I see where he's coming from, but like, how often do people really fumble the ball? I mean, like
Yeah.
on
On the
I
Niners,
don't.
quite a bit.
Yeah, dude, and maybe
See, my
that's what.
counter argument was that if you scored a touchdown on every return, you wouldn't even need an offense. You wouldn't have to pay for a quarterback, an offensive line, wide receivers, none of it. We score every time on our special teams. Boom, back on defense. I think that's a
I
good
just
strategy. Just score on special teams.
I just think that I just think all that field position adds up in a game, right? If you get your 10 right, if you 10 yards each
Well,
time, and
Dubow's
then
point was that I think the Packers last year, who went 13-3, had 53 punt return yards the whole season. He's like, it doesn't matter
it's
at
one
all.
that's one
He's
team.
very smart. And it really upset me because
That's
I
good.
liked the punt return, and I couldn't beat him in the argument. I was mad.
But that's one example. I think you'd
I
have. I
should have
guess
said
I.
that.
Yeah, it's one example. I mean, just because you could do it one time doesn't mean it's going to work every time.
I still would
Um,
have Ayuk return punts in your face, Josh. I'm not. I don't buy it.
Now, would I if my options were guys that were going to fumble versus guys that could just fair catch the ball, and then yeah, I'm going to go with guys that just fair catch the ball. But if I have some options that could actually return the ball, like why wouldn't you want a free 7 to 10 yards
That's what I
or
say.
more?
It just makes
Um,
life easier for your offense, but I guess there's that potential holding penalty that could happen.
yeah, I think special teams is super important. Field positions, it's field position. It's 1/3 of the game. Special teams. Um, I think I don't know. To me, it's still important. Um,
If
I
look,
guess
if it's not Ayuk, then who is it? Travis Benjamin on the practice squad. They got to bring up Benjamin every weekend. I don't know.
yeah. I think they were hoping to get some
Great
December
cry.
Webster on there, but that didn't work out. I Yeah, I think they should have someone maybe invest next year, invest in the draft pick. But I guess if you're looking at it from a roster standpoint, and you're looking at importance, are other positions more important? Yeah. However,
Mohamed
I,
Sanu said he could do it.
did
He
he?
returned a few. Yeah, he said he could do it. He returned like 10 punts a couple years ago.
He
I
probably
mean,
won't drop it.
I can't think of any player on the Niners who would strike more fear in the hearts of the opponent than seeing Mohamed Sanu line up for the punt
Hey,
return. Oh my God,
maybe
36
Trey
yards.
Lance should do it. Maybe
Trey
Trey
Lance.
Lance should.
I think he should. I think they should have Trey Lance return punts because they're not going to let him. I mean,
Yeah,
if they trust him to run the zone read, that's much more dangerous than returning punts. Now he does have a broken finger, so maybe he can't even do that. Wah,
maybe.
wah.
If they're not going to let him play, might as well let him return punts.
Yeah, I think so. We got to get Trey Lance on special teams. I think he could really add something to that.
Can Sherfield do it?
I could do it.
I mean, there's got to be somebody. I mean, geez,
I could do it. I played center field in high school. I could track the ball. I was really good at catching fly balls, really fast. I'd probably still run a 4.6, I would think. Just because I've been sitting on the couch for the last 15 years, I doubt that I've lost any speed. Name one person who's slower at 33 than they were at 19. Name one. Not one. I can't think of it. I'm in my prime. So I say, let me do it. Let me do it.
Can everyone do it? Yeah. Can everyone's favorite Hofanga do it?
No. I kind of did it in high school. I played lacrosse, and in lacrosse, like if you throw the ball out, like you can kind of just get the ball and run up. So I played JV, and I could do that because it's usually like freshmen playing JV. I was a junior, so I was a little bit bigger and faster. I had no skills, and I would just kind of run to the right, and I was good at it sometimes because I was a little bit bigger and faster. We were at Berkeley High. We were down 1 with like 10 seconds left, and the coach called a timeout and was like, "Grant, I'm going to give you the ball." I was like, "Okay, coach." So I get it, and I'm running, and someone just pokes the ball out from behind, and I go down to scoop it up, and someone lays me out so hard. Berkeley High wins. Crowd goes wild. That was the best thing that was what happened to me at Berkeley High. Crowd went wild, and I got decleated hard, and we lost.
Is there a video of this somewhere?
I'm so glad that this was before. I couldn't have been any less clutch in that situation. The coach was like, "I'm giving you the ball." I was like, "Okay, watch me blow this. I got this." Anyway,
that's it. So anybody out there that's watching from Berkeley High, if you have the huddle clip of this, please.
It really happened. Oh man, I never heard so many people get so happy to see me embarrassed, but that's sports. I deserved it. I decided to play that game, so I got what I deserved. Anyway,
or if you were the kid that or now man that decleated Grant at him.
Yeah, let me know. My parents wouldn't let me play football, but they let me play lacrosse because they thought I got smacked that day. It was just in the chest, though. It was like I ran into a brick wall. He just kind of had and I deserved it. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't good enough to play that. I should have just ran track. That's what I should have done. Talking to myself now. What were you thinking? Wasted. Oh, well. It was fun, though.
Now you're a YouTube star. Now you're a YouTube star, and you're doing great.
Yeah, in your face guy who embarrassed me that one time. What are you doing? He probably has a great life. He's probably been really confident ever since that day. It's like, you know what? If I could do that to that kid, I can do anything in life.
He's probably CEO of YouTube.
Yeah, probably. All right, well, I got to go write a breaking news story about the newest 49ers in the practice squad and how they're going to help the Niners on their revenge tour. Their quest for 6.
Revenge tour 2.0.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more messing around is what they call it. No more. Yeah.
You think the Chiefs are out there? They're about talking about revenge.
Revenge. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're like, you know what? We're gonna show them. That's the slogan of the Chiefs 2021 season. We're gonna show them. That's pretty intimidating. Don't think that we're just that kind of stuff.
We only lost last year because of holding penalties.
That's true.